Okay, it's Josh from Boorman Lawyers. I'm just here at Wyong local court where I've appeared on a client's middle range drink driving offence. Blood alcohol reading was 0.092, and it was probably our client's manner of driving which brought him to the attention of police. Nothing significantly aggravated. He was the sole occupant of the vehicle, very late at night. But police did say they pulled him over due to taking a corner too wide and struggling to stay in his driving lane. The background to the offence was that earlier in the day before, he had dropped his wife off to university in Sydney, come back, completed a shift at work. After work, he went and he went training. He's heavily involved in club cricket. He trained in Newcastle. He forgot his cricket spikes and had to borrow them off a friend. After the training, in order to say thank you to his friend, he went and bought him a 6-pack of beer. He also bought himself a 6-pack of beer, went home, was home before midnight, and had 3 stubbies of full-strength Great Northern beer between probably about midnight till 1:30 before falling asleep watching the TV. He then woke up at about 3 in the morning to a barrage of missed calls and messages from his friend, who he had actually been with earlier that night at cricket training. His friend was asking if he could give him a lift from Tookley to the Wyong train station, because his friend wanted to catch the early train down to Sydney. Bit of a strange set of circumstances and events, but nevertheless always willing to help a friend. And my client got in the car to go and assist him, and unfortunately didn't turn his mind to the 3 drinks he'd had earlier in the night, especially after having a couple of hours sleep. He didn't feel intoxicated or impaired by any means. So he went to get his friend. On the way there, his friend actually called him and said, "Oh, don't worry to come get me. I've already arranged another lift." And at that point, my client turned around and proceeded to head home. And that's when he came to the attention of police, pulled over, subjected to breath test. Positive reading, 0.092 was the final breath analysis reading. So yeah, sole occupant of the vehicle, no crash, slight level of aggravation due to his manner of driving. Readings aimed towards the lower end of the mid-range category. The thing that did aggravate the matter was it was his second drink driving offence. Now, on the last occasion, he got a low-range offence and was lucky enough not to be convicted of that. So this offence, the prior offence was just on 5 years ago. However, because it wasn't convicted, he didn't receive a conviction, this offence was categorised as a first offence. But the reality is that a magistrate could see that it wasn't his first time before the court on an alcohol-related traffic offence. He did the traffic offenders program. He also went and did a couple of sessions of smart recovery, which is an drug and alcohol counselling course. He does have a need to be able to get back on the road. He's involved in a distribution company that works for Woolworths, and he does have a need to get back on the road, as he's been spending $200 to $300 a week on Uber and taxi rides. He's been off the road already for just on 3 months, so we were asking the court to consider reducing the disqualification to the minimum period of 3 months with the backdating order, and that was granted by the court. He was given that. He was given an $800 fine. He does have to commit to doing 12 months on the alcohol interlock program, but effectively as of today he can go to the RMS, get the forms, go and get the interlock fitted into his vehicle, and go back with the proof of that and be issued with a restricted interlock license. As of today, he's eligible. So that's exactly what he's going to do. He's very grateful that the period of time off the road is coming to an end and he can move on with his life. But I think it's very unlikely we'll see him back before the court again, because I think the penny's finally dropped. that you just cannot drink and consider driving within a short period after your last drink. I think he's committed himself to not even driving, even if he's had a drink within the last 24 hours, which is probably a smart a smart personal rule to follow, to ensure that he doesn't get caught out again in the future. But thanks for tuning in here at windy Wyong local court up on the Central Coast. It's good to be here and help our client out today. Thanks for tuning in. I want to thank you for tuning into Boorman Lawyers today. You can catch us at any of the usual social media platforms. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you've got any questions or queries, please don't hesitate to contact us on 1300 941 900. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into this video today. I really hope it was informative and helpful for you. There's another couple of videos below that you might want to check out that may be very useful for the process that you might be going through at the moment. Please feel free to like, follow, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel because we've always got fresh new content coming through all the time.